Good morning and welcome to another day. My name is Emily and I'm going to lead you through my morning practice. A little bit of Kriya Yoga to kind of get the energy started for the day, to get the energy flowing and directing it and setting a little intention for the day. So first, let's come and find our breath, a nice seated position. If your legs are comfortable being crossed, definitely find any position that is comfortable, even your legs out in front of you, if you have some cushion beneath your knees and your hips. Just wanting to find a comfortable position we're going to be seated here for about 10 to 15 minutes. So let's center in, making sure our sits bones are nice and grounded, feeling like our spine is nice and straight. And we're going to pull in this diaphragmatic breath. So if you're able to breathe through the nostrils or your mouth, breathing in through the nose and filling up our belly. So we want to relax the abdomen and allow it to open and expand. And this allows that diaphragm to drop down and create more space in our lungs. And on the release, we just kind of let this belly rest down. And coming into our breath, we're going to either keep our hands at our knees or you can bring your hands down to your ankles. And we're going to do a spinal flexion. So we're going to inhale, bringing that sternum forward, opening up the chest, maybe lifting the chin a little bit, and exhaling, rounding in. So we're tucking that chest in, and we're rounding the back slightly. And working at your own pace with your breath. Warming up the spine. And you start to warm up the body. Maybe add some more movements, like maybe bringing the shoulders back and bringing them together. So we're getting some rib cage movement in here. If your arms are out, you can start to kind of tuck and roll the shoulders. And then coming back to neutral and just checking in with the body. Next, we're going to bring our hands to our shoulders, if this is comfortable. And again, trying to keep a nice neutral spine. We don't want to be rolled in. We want to try and keep that spine nice and lifted, almost as if our head is lifting up and our spine is stretched out in between. And we're going to inhale. We're rotating to the left. Exhale to the right. And just again, going with your breath. Almost like we're wringing out that spine. Starting slow and maybe building up just a little momentum. If you feel any tightness starting to build, slow the motion down. And let's rest our hands back down on our legs. And just taking a few breaths and paying attention to how our spine feels. We have some circulation throughout the torso, throughout the spinal column. We're trying to gain and build some momentum for some movement. From here, we're going to do a seated cat-cow, but we're going to bring a little bit more movement into it. So we're going to inhale, bringing that chest forward, opening up the neck, and exhale, rolling through. So similar to that spinal flexion we started with. We're activating a little bit more of the abdominal muscles, including the arms and the legs. And last one. Coming to center to hold space and just witness your breath, your heart rate, your body. And we'll get a little bit more flexion into the rib cage by doing a seated rotation. So we're going to inhale again, we're coming forward, opening up the chest, and then exhale, we're rolling through. So we're trying to make a circle with our sternum. And as you work into it, you can build a little bit more movement by including the arms. We should maybe feel a little hip rotation going on. And we're going to change the rotation and going the opposite direction. And then coming back to seated. We're going to remove any bolsters that we may have underneath us or props. And we're going to come to a tabletop position. So our hands and our palms are directly under our shoulder and our knees are directly under our hips. And again, we're going to work on opening up that spinal column. So we're going to lower the belly and lift the head to a comfortable position. Ideally, we should look at the wall in front of us and maybe where the wall meets the ceiling, but no more to where it feels like your head or your neck is being torqued. And then exhaling, rolling through. So we're dropping our chin to our chest and rolling our back. Two more. From here, we're going to bring our knees together and we're going to come back and bring our hips to our heels. And if you can, resting your hands by your feet. So we're coming into this child's pose.
allowing the fascia and the tissue of our back to stretch open. And if this is too much, you are welcome to take a block and place it underneath your heels. You can even take a pillow and rest it underneath your head or even your chest where you fold in. Finding however you need to make this position comfortable for you. We don't want to overstretch too quickly in the morning. We want to allow the body and the muscles to slowly wake up, letting the fascia rehydrate itself. And from here, we're going to go into a flow. So the idea is to start adding some heat to the lower part of the body. So we're going to start in our child's pose, and we're going to activate our thigh muscles, and we're going to push up and to come into a kneeling position. And then we're going to bring our arms, swinging them out to the side and trying to get our fingertips to touch directly overhead. And taking a nice big breath here. Inhaling, and then on the next exhale, we're going to come back down into that child's pose. Taking a breath here. And then inhaling, coming back up. If you need to take a little bit wider of a stance with your knees, you are welcome to create the space that you need. Inhaling, coming up. If you would like to spend a breath cycle up here, you are welcome to. And same with the child's pose. Taking a cycle of breath down at the bottom. Inhaling up. And exhaling, coming down. This is where I like to take this rhythm and just let my body tell me what my pace should be. I like to imagine that I'm cultivating this energy. To build on throughout the day. Paying attention to where I maybe have any stuck muscles or fascia that needs to be worked on. And then coming down to rest. Bringing our cushion or our block back out to sit on. And from here, I will typically go into yoga poses, depending on where I found some tightness in my body. But for the most part, just starting by warming up my day and greeting myself with some grace. So we will do one Kriya practice today. And so Kriya Yoga is the idea and the concept to add the movement with the breath, as all yoga is. But we are cultivating energy. We are building and kind of giving this space around us, creating our auric field full of energy to help us through the day. And then setting an intention of what energy we want to take into the day. So if you'd like to join me, we are going to use our breath and we're going to make an O shape with our mouth. So it's a and what we're doing is activating the abdominal muscles to really get that energy flowing and moving. So we've connected with our energy at our root chakra and we're building it up through our body.
And we're going to actually use our arms to kind of help circulate as well. So we're activating all of the muscles of the body, and we're pairing it with that tightening of the core muscles to activate. So we'll just do just about a minute of this. If you get a little lightheaded, that's perfectly normal. We're just trying to build that energy. But if you need to pause, definitely take a breath and just rest in your meditative seat. Just a few more seconds. Big breath in, hold the breath, and slowly exhale. Taking another big breath in, retaining that breath just for a few seconds, and exhaling slowly. Check in with your body. Do you feel a slight buzzing anywhere? Do you feel the energy circulating through? Maybe your heart's elevated a little bit more. Just bringing that awareness. We're going to bring our hands together in front of us. And I always like to seal in my practice, especially any sort of bigger energy work like that. So we're taking all that heat and kind of bringing it into the hands. And I'm going to place them cupped over my eyes and then open my eyes to seal in my practice. And then allowing my hands to kind of nurture and smooth out my body. So thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. But thank you. And I like to end my practices by kind of bringing in my energy and thanking the universe for bringing us here. Thumbs to the forehead. Thanking myself, bringing my thumbs to my heart, and thanking everyone for joining together. And have a blessed day.